Hello, world. Welcome back to Golf Subpar. Colt Knost and Drew Stoltz. We got a new world number one in the world of golf. Rory McIlroy picking up his 23rd PGA Tour win at the CJ Cup, beating Kurt Kitayama by a single shot. First time Rory's been back to number one in 9 years, Sleaze. I called it a few months ago. I said, I think 2023 is going to be a monster year for Rory McIlroy. I think he has rededicated himself. He's having fun, and he's playing some of the best golf of his life.
Yeah, it's been a long march back for him. Hard to believe it's been that long since he's been world number one. But just watching this past Sunday, it's like we talk about Colt. When he gets that driver going and he gets it on a string, like he had it, especially yesterday, on Sunday, like he's just hard to beat. Nothing else even needs to be that great, particularly. Just the game becomes extremely easy when you're driving it 320 plus, center stripe of the fairway. Start of the day, I was really hopeful, especially early on. I thought we were going to get a little Rory Rahm battle, to kind of end off the fall here. I thought that was going to be the duo we were looking at, but turns out it was Kurt Kitayama pressing him the whole time. Shout out to Kurt, because I know we talk about this a lot, Colt, but for a guy that was looping at Shadow Creek not that long ago to go toe-to-toe, final round, Rory McIlroy, bogey-free 67, by the way. That gets it done a lot of the time out there. His golf game is impressive, but yeah, Rory, the long march back to world number one, and when he hits it like that off the tee, just good luck. It's hard to beat him.
Yeah, there's nobody that drives it the way he does. It's pretty scary, but he did it with the putter. I mean, I thought that obviously the biggest shot of the day had to be the 25 foot putt for birdie on 16. It ended up actually bogeying 17 and 18 with some uncharacteristic Rory mistakes, but had a big enough cushion. But look out, man. I think he is coming. This is back-to-back CJ Cups for him. I would be shocked if he doesn't pick up a major in 2023.
Yeah, so I would too, but I feel like I say that every year for a long time. Like this is the year Rory gets back and gets in the major, in the winner's circle at a major. It's been a while. If he can maintain the way he's playing right now up until April and kind of major season, he can be hard to beat. I've been saying that for a while. But after those three birds, Colt, I was like, all right, this thing's done. Put it on ice. There was actually a little bit of drama there on 18. Kurt had that 25 footer maybe. Rory had run it by. There was a chance. It's like, holy shit, we might actually catch a little piece of a playoff here. But he got it done. And it's a long ways till April right now in major championship season. But everybody's looking up at Rory. If he can maintain this form till then, he can be tough to beat. Said that for a long time, but I continue to say it. We'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does. I think there's so many guys that are just playing the best golf of their life right now. I think 2023 is going to be a very exciting year on the PGA Tour. I can't wait to see what happens. But like you mentioned, Kurt Kitayama, by the way, that's his second place finish on the PGA Tour. He's one of those guys, it's not the prettiest looking golf swing, plays with probably one of the most open club faces on tour and uses a lot of hands. So when his timing's good, he plays really well. And I mean, that's a big stage for him going up against, now world number one, Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, like I said, 67 -4, bogey free, final round with roars. By the way, he's added some heat off the tee. He was hitting some seeds out there that I don't remember seeing that like a handful of years ago out of Kurt. He was hitting 180s ball speed. I was like, damn.
Have you seen those pythons he's got?
I know, the kid's in the gym too, dude. Speaking of the best golf in the world, you were at the member guest up at Southern Highlands this past week. Did you play the best golf in the world? How'd that go?
I played some nice golf there for a little while. It was a lot of fun. We were right there in the mix. Me and my partner, Ben Lamb. Won the first flight last year. This year, we ended up getting beat by 2 points. They do it Stableford. We had a tough – my man struggled a little bit on whatever day it was, Friday. And then Saturday, so we had 60-mile-an-hour gusts.
Perfect.
Vegas. Flights were getting canceled. There was a outdoor music festival, got canceled for the day. It was insane. Number 18 at Southern Highlands is par 5 up the hill. First 2 days, I hit driver 3-wood up by the green. I hit driver 3-wood 5-wood.
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes. That's when you really figured out who hits it out of the middle on days like that. Gust to 60. I mean, balls couldn't be staying on the green, were they?
They weren't. The greens, they didn't have the greens crazy fast because of the wind, but it was comical how hard it was blowing.
That's a good test. That's a good test as you get into Jicky Jack season.
It was a lot of fun, but the 4-day member guest, it takes a toll on you. It's
at least 1 day too long, maybe 2. But it's hard to just stay up for that.
They do an awesome job. We had so much fun. I mean, 5 nights in Vegas just kill me. By the way, let me just tell you how good a shape I was in when I left Las Vegas, the Cosmopolitan this morning. And shout out This should be my Doers Cheers moment of the week, but I got another one for that. Housekeeping calls my host Saturday after I check out. Colt Knost dropped an Aria $5,000 chip and a Cosmo 1000. We have them for him when I got back to college.
In the room?
Yeah. Just happened to just drop him $6,000 on the ground. Didn't even see it when I left.
All right.
Shout out housekeeping though.
Put that denomination out there. Yeah, I was about to say that's a good housekeeping crew. Should have slid a little piece of that their way for them.
Well, I was already back in Scottsdale when I found out.
No, I'll get you next time.
Yeah.
Send me your Venmo.
But man, it was a lot of fun up there. A lot of doers being drank, as you can expect. And I want to tell you a little bit about Doers Sleeves, because before we get to the Doers moment of the week, this is actually a special moment in whiskey history, because Doers is releasing the all-new Doers 12-year-old. Doers has really invested the time to make a truly special Scotch whiskey, like all the time you put in at the range to perfect your swing. The new Doers 12-year-old is double-aged and finished in first fill bourbon cask for a flavor profile full of fruit, vanilla, floral notes, and spice, earning a 94-point rating from Whiskey Cast and a 93-point rating from Whiskey Advocate. Give it a swing, and please enjoy responsibly. Now, the Doers moment of the week. Sleeves, you were only at the best golf course on the planet.
Dude, you're exactly right. I got 2 Doers moments of the week. One of them is just the trip that I just took. My favorite place on planet Earth to play golf. Just got back from Pine Valley, little 3-day trip. Showed up on Monday afternoon, cruised that short course out there for as many as we could get in, had some pops, got all dialed in for the next day. Big night, 36 on Tuesday, 18 on Wednesday, and then out. We got a little bit of cold weather, Colt, and some wind, but I'd never played it in the wind before. Different animal, was hitting some clubs into holes that I didn't even know were possible. It's just, I don't know how much I could say about the place. It is hands down to me the best 18 holes of golf ever assembled on the same property. We had a hell of a time at that thing. Also, some big nights out there. As the week went on, the scores get just a little bit shittier and a little shittier and shittier. You know how it goes. But damn, couldn't have been better, dude. Best place in the world.
That's awesome, man. So jealous. And that's one of my favorite places in the game of golf. That's really cool. You got to play them. I got to give a shout out to Augusta National and the Asian Pacific Amateur, because in the morning, I'm starting a little 24-hour travel day.
Yes.
All the way to Bangkok, Thailand. So I'm going to need me a nice cold glass of Doers, maybe a little sleeping medicine, and hopefully I just wake up, because after 5 days in Vegas, I just need a good little 12-hour sleep on the plane.
You know what's the best thing to take with medicine I've found is Doers. I don't care what kind of pill it is, whatever you're fancy, you wash it down with a little Doers, it hits quicker. I'm telling you, you'll be out like a light. Very responsibly, obviously, but just wash it down with a little Doers. You'll be out like a light.
All right. Do you have one more moment of the week? Or are we ready to get
I'm going to save it for after the interview, but I do want to tell you that another great piece of news, and that is that the boys from Rock Form are back in the house, and it is the perfect time of year to treat yourself or a loved one, friend or family member, to the best speaker in the game, and that is Rock Form. Colt, we know these speakers. We love these speakers. They got the best battery life in the game, cocktail proof, waterproof, damn near unbreakable. I think you got to hit it with a sledgehammer to break these things. Best speaker in the game. The boys are back. Correct me if I'm wrong. Awesome gift for any golfer for the holiday season.
It's the greatest speaker you can have on the golf course. I tell it all the time. I'm like, guys, I know you're going to go out there. You're going to get amongst it. You're going to forget to charge it. The battery life is something like I've never seen before. That magnet, it ain't going to bounce anywhere. The sound quality is incredible. You got to go scoop you up a Rock Form.
You know, we need to start calling it. We need to just start calling it idiot proof, because that's what we all are. You can't break it. You can't get it. Water can't ruin it. You can't forget to charge it and be out of luck for the next day. It's just idiot proof. There's the best thing. Go to rockform.com. Use code SUBROCK25. That's SUBROK for 25% off your entire order. Get 1, get 2, get 3, get 10 of these bad boys. You can't go wrong.
No doubt about it. What a deal that is. Enjoy Rock Form. And now get ready for another special gift, because our guest this week, we got a man that goes by Bob Does Sports, otherwise known as Bobby Burger. And then the one, the only beautiful Fat Perez is in the building, in Scottsdale, in the studio. This thing, so he's just, I don't even want to tease any of it. It's just so damn funny. Let's get right to it.
I love it. Here they are.
Here's Bob Does Sports and Fat Perez on Golf Subpar.
All right, ladies and gents, we have a large show in hand today in both size and stature. We got the content machines from Bob Does Sports and the Brilliantly Dumb podcast. Many aliases, but you know him as Bobby Burger and Fat Perez in the house. What's up, boys?
How we doing,
Happy
man?
to be
God,
here.
what a treat.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us,
What a
guys.
treat. It's been a long time.
First off, it's nice to see y'all here in Scottsdale. What's the special occasion?
Filming. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of filming. We love coming out here. I'm based out of LA, he's Virginia. But we love coming out here. I mean, it's a ball. Even like we get off the course, going out. It's been awesome, man. It really has.
Give me some of the go-to spots in Scottsdale for you.
I'll be honest. We were talking about it before. As great as the golf's been, the only thing that I haven't been nuts about is we haven't found the food.
Okay.
The food has been, from what we've had, we're probably not going to the right spots. A little bit off.
Yeah, you're more of shocking to say this, but you're more of a food guy than I am.
Yeah.
I'm good with chicken tenders and fries. You like a little bit more substance
little more,
to it. We had
pageantry.
we had a good dinner last night with Toca Madero.
Yeah,
that was
the
really
place I was
good.
going to
Yeah,
how
that was good.
how was just the vibe?
It's a fucking
Was
ball.
it okay?
Yeah, the food was great. The vibe was awesome.
It's scenic.
Damn, twirling
spot.
fires,
There's
shit going on.
There's
Oh,
a
God,
lot going on.
it's a scene.
Yeah. Even you order a drink, and it's like the drink they give you takes a while because there's all this shit going on. They got fire
It's
coming
like
out.
pageantry, dude.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole show.
It
the
is.
whole thing. That's a fun spot.
Oh, wait a ball.
You came at the only negative coming right now is the course. It's like you running into it right now with all the overseeds and all this. Like you guys did a show with Max yesterday. It was hard to even find a spot, wasn't it?
Yeah, we struggled. Normally we can come out here, and I mean, it's not like, who do we want to do, and we call them, and we know it's going to happen. But we can always find a tee time, or like, the places that have two courses that are generally not packed, both of them are open, right? And that during overseeding right now, like one's closed, so they're packed solid. And we really, this kind of came together a little late, the thing with Max. So I think it was sort of like a week, maybe a week and a half that we knew that we were going to be here. And like people, plan bachelor party trips with their boys like months in advance to come out here. And especially, as the weather gets a little cooler. So I was like, dude, we're a week out trying to get shit in Scottsdale. Like we're going to have a tough time. And we did. And we shout out True North for kind of helping us, and facilitating some of the filming and stuff. So that helped. But it was a struggle. It looked like we might have had to tell him we couldn't do it. I mean, so we were hoping to do it with you guys
Yeah,
today.
we were supposed to go out today, and it's
literally-
like you literally can't. And when you got TVs and like people or cameras and people recording, it's like, dude, we're booked from 8 to 3.
It's crazy.
And if you want to go, you go at 3:10, and then you can have it. But
You guys would have lit it up. We would have had to move around teams-wise because you guys would have buried us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But you
we
guys,
could find a fair game though amongst the
Yeah,
squads.
we could have figured something out.
I would have been playing rather hurt though. I just got home.
Yeah,
from
but
You have a
Florida.
little bit of a glow about you, like a little.
It's,
the eyes are.
I'm
a
running
little
on fumes
dimmer.
right now, so I
Yeah.
think y'all had a little bit better
Still
chance than
got
you
the
think.
Grove hat on.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
nice.
I
banged
didn't
up.
smell the pits, dude. I think he was on the course. He's course plane.
Hasn't even
gear,
home
dude.
yet.
Yeah, when you get next to one of those guys on the plane, like, fuck,
like,
don't
yeah.
sit next to me. You just
Yeah.
got off the course. And
Get me out
right
of this
there.
place.
Vodka
I was
and
like,
body
Oh,
odor.
dude, he's got T. You can see the T lines in the pocket. You're like, God damn it, he stinks. That was the only good thing about the mask, because you're like, all right, I can't
yeah.
smell it, dude.
Yeah,
now. You know
you
what I mean?
gotta be exhausted. I even said to you earlier, you gotta be. Yeah, you do the Grove out there. You gotta be gassed.
It was a spectacle, and he knows the guys that I was there with, and
Look,
they are animals. They are
let's just-
absolute degenerates.
Let's just say everyone leaves it on the field, as you guys
Lovely.
do. There's
Yeah, we do.
there's no plan for second. You show up and you perform, and everyone leaves their heart laying out there on 18 green at the Grove. It's a group that they move. They move.
We stayed in the cottages there on site, and every single morning, my buddy Jim Fernholes, who who does not
shout out
sleep,
Fernie.
I'm just laying in my bed and I hear bang, bang, bang. I'm like, God damn it. Answer the door, hands me a beer. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock.
Dude,
That's
Can
what
we
you
just
gotta
wait
drink.
just a little bit?
Fernie,
Sounds awesome.
he's like a vampire, dude. There's no, I don't know when he sleeps. I'm like, he's the last guy you see before you tap out at whatever time in the morning. Then he's the first dude up, and he's already moving. I'm just like, dude, just a few minutes, bud.
It's a lot of wear and tear.
Let's just recap. Can we talk about y'all's game with Max? Because that airs soon, right? We
Yeah.
have enough time. We're not going to spoil it.
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Your first time playing with Max, correct?
Yeah.
Let's get the breakdown from Bob Does.
Think he's got a future?
What'd you think? You think he can play this
guy,
game?
First off, what we like so much, like as big as he is right now, and you mentioned it earlier, he gets it. Like, he'll take shots at you. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, he'll go at you. He's got the personality. So for us, it's like that makes the video alone so good. From a golf perspective, it was one of the most unbelievable things, I mean, I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't want y'all to spoil it or anything, but
No.
It'll air
it
before
just,
this comes,
I mean,
I think.
he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he doesn't miss. I mean, from the first tee to 18 green, I walked the first time I ever kind of saw him play golf. I walked with him, Bo Hostler, and Damon at the Wells Fargo on a Tuesday practice round. They played the back nine at Avenel, and Big Wave was like, "Come in, walk with us." So I'm walking down the fairway with them. So I'm watching them all. I'm there kind of with Bo, but I'm watching all these guys hit golf balls, and Max is just like not missing, and like it's super casual. He's him and Joe are just kind of shooting the shit, and I threw out that I used to do picks on Instagram, whatever. And I was like, Max Homa is winning this golf tournament. I was like, bet him top 20, bet him top 10, fucking bet him to win. And this dude is just striping the ball. And sure enough, he went and won the thing. But like he this, what is it, 6, 8, 12-month stretch that he's on, 18-month stretch is pretty unbelievable.
hasn't been too many bogeys made.
No.
I tell you what, too, at the President's Cup performance and everything, he's borderline getting really famous. We go out in Scottsdale now, and like, you used to go in there and everything and have beers. No one knows who the hell he was. Now there's dudes coming up to him every 2 minutes. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, you guys have seen the come up of it,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we've seen him when it was dark a few years. And that's what I was telling you on the phone earlier. Is like the thing that makes Max so cool is like he's one of the most liked guys, right, on the PGA Tour. His personality is awesome, like you said. But like, what was it, 4 years ago when he was having to go crazy on the back nine just to keep his Korn Ferry card, not go back to Q school? I mean, that's worlds away. He's the same guy. He was never like the depressed, like angry golfer like you get with some of the guys that are going through bad stretches. Like that's their whole identity. And so if they're playing bad, they're like, I'm not fun to be around. Max has been that way from like day one. That's what makes Max like different.
I don't think it's slowing down anytime soon either.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
the more we
We
keep
saw.
climbing.
Also, too, we were just having drinks with him after, and we were having a ball to where I was thinking to myself, I was like, I could go for hours with him. You know what I mean? He's such a fun guy, and I think from a video, from like our standpoint, he's a very good golfer. Me and Joe are not the best golfers, but we like the more of like a comedy approach to the videos. He just gets it, and he flows, and he'll shit talk you, and we love that stuff.
Waiting for our camera guy to like come up to the fairway to him, like he knows, like I got to hold off, I got to give the camera.
Wait
a
for
little
my
bit
joke
something.
so they can get it. Yeah,
he knows the flow of a video. It's pretty funny.
Well, obviously, you're a very good golfer, as you said, scratch golfer. What kind of handicap do you carry around?
I'm like an 11.
Okay.
But a solid, but like a 11 with moxie.
It's weird. I've only been playing about 4 or 5 years now, but I love the game, man. I really do. But like even the videos that we were putting out, we were talking on the way here. Everything that we were doing video wise, we noticed because I did like a lot of comedy stuff. The golf stuff is what was hitting. So we were just like, all right, like we're just gonna keep feeding the golf stuff, and then that came about.
How surprised are you with like just? I mean, how crazy this has gone for you? I mean, it's just blown up.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Again, I think COVID really helped it because during the pandemic, it's like
People
when
are
all
just
of that.
click.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even know. I mean, we didn't really know what we had, but when we started doing it, and originally Bob to Sports was we were going to be going to a different event every week, which would have been hard for us to sustain, doing like a different college football game, whatever it was, and do kind of like man on the street stuff there. But again, when we started doing the golf course stuff, people loved to see that. So we just kept firing that stuff up, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. Well, before we get back to Bob Does Sports and Fat Perez, I want to tell you a little bit about Rapsodo, the best personal launch monitor on the planet. It's got Paris Doppler radar. You can use your iPhone. It films every golf swing. So not only do you get all your info, you get to watch your golf swing too. I mean, what's better than that?
Yeah, it could be good or bad depending on those positions. You know what I mean?
Yep. But every swing is recorded, so you can watch your swing anytime in 4 different speeds. New Combine features a practice session with 24 different shots, so you can practice like a pro, get that game dialed in, make practice more efficient and fun. Go to rapsodo.com/subpar and use promo code subpar for $100 off the MLM. Right now, Rapsodo is also offering a $30 off bundle discount for MLM in their premium subscription. So Subpar listeners have the opportunity to save over $130 total with the purchase of the bundle package. So nothing gets any better than that. Go to rapsodo.com/subpar, code subpar for $100 off.
So you got into golf more or less when you moved, because I want to hear your background story. I know that all our listeners know, but you came from New Jersey to LA and we're like, I'm gonna make this happen, right? Is that kind of, and you hadn't had any previous, you weren't like high school golfer, any of that, but just golf videos were hitting, so you're like, dude, I'm gonna be a golf guy.
Yeah, my buddy got me into it. We would just go out and play, but like I fell in love with it. I loved it. So yeah, I mean, when I came out here, we started doing it, and I mean, I was just horrible. Just really was. I was awful. But now we've been playing so much that like I feel like I'm getting there.
You're way better than when you and I first started playing together.
Yeah,
it's something.
I mean, when you're playing like shit,
pretty quick though, from starting that late in your life to get to what, an 11 or whatever you said. You know what I mean?
Baseball player, played
that's
college
the hand
baseball.
eye. You're an
around
athlete,
a
clearly,
little bit,
dude.
yeah.
Everyone knows.
And what's your background, Perez?
I've been playing golf my whole life. It's kind of been in my family. So I played high school golf, played a little D3 college golf for a few years, and just a normal dude working a 9 to 5 and going out on the weekends and getting hammered on the golf course with his buddies and
Love it.
yeah,
Love
I mean,
it. It's
yeah,
striping.
I love the
Euro
game.
stepping.
Yeah, whenever I could get out and play golf, I did. Like take days off during the week so I could go play golf. And he was making his content for a long time and kind of started, I think, right when you were doing the like Bubba Watson stuff at Genesis and some of the other videos that you did that went viral. My buddy turned me on to you, so I sort of like followed him on Instagram, but I wasn't a big social media guy, and he started doing these Zoom happy hours during COVID. I like went on those and just happened to be in Pinehurst with my wife one weekend. You were down there and met up with drinks, dinner, and was like, come play number 2 with us, and just sort of kept playing golf ever since. It's bizarre, man. I left
Now
my
you're in
job
the brand.
I don't know, 3 months ago I left my job and
You left
playing
it?
golf.
Are you done?
Yeah, that's what I do.
What were you doing before? Because you were working and doing this for a time,
Yeah,
right?
Which
was hard.
Yeah, I accountant. Was in public accounting and then like commercial real estate, like investment funds. Really
dude.
exciting stuff.
Real dude. I know he's
We were doing it's like a Patreon that we did, so everybody that loved the podcast, it's behind a paywall, and we would do these happy hours during COVID. Nobody had anything better to do, so we're on the Zoom. We did it on the Zoom, and I see everybody, and I'm kind of controlling it of like who the different people will come on, and in the corner of my eye, I see this guy with the name Fat Perez on the Zoom, and he's clearly in a cubicle, like he's clearly at work, and this guy's pounding beers. So my buddy Joe, he texted me, he's like, yo, do you see the guy pounding beers in his cubicle? And I went over, I was like, yeah, we got a guy, Fat Perez, and we have the clip of it, and then when he came in, I mean, he just lit it up, and then when we found out how good of a golfer it was, I was like, all right, he's a shoo-in.
So when you guys played together, because you reached out at Pinehurst, like, hey, let's link up and play. I'm sure you were established in this world. You get messages from guys like, hey, let's link. I'm going to be in town. You get a million of those, right? What about him was like, yo, maybe this is a dude I need to actually link up with.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we've been doing these happy hours for a while, and every time that I brought it over to him, he would bring it. I mean, the shit that he was saying was a riot. So when we were in Pinehurst, we're like, yeah, he was going to come by. We originally weren't going to golf with him, and we had an open spot for Pinehurst number 2. The guy that we were with asked him, we were at dinner, he's like, what's your handicap? And at the time, I don't know, you're maybe like a 2.
1 or 2. I wouldn't
The
play
guy's like, you're not a 1. Like, Trey was like, you're not a
Don't judge a book by
Yeah,
cover,
exactly.
guys.
Y'all too.
Unbelievable.
Because white men can't jump this so nice.
go
Like,
hustle.
I don't know, pick any two
He said,
guys.
he's like,
Fucking
you're
play
not,
them.
you're not a 1. He's like, all right, then show up to
Me and
Pinehurst
you'll be
too.
the managers. Like, yeah, pick any 2 dudes on the range. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll bet my boys that gets
Oh
anybody.
man! And then he shows up to Pinehurst too, and sure enough, I mean, it was one of the most fascinating things to watch me just lighten the place up. It was a no-brainer.
Yeah, and that's worked out super well. Get back to like, because you were working a 9 to 5, like you said, you were doing all that. You're more recent, I guess, joining up with Bob.
Yep.
You were like, you moved out to LA, like I'm gonna make this work. You were a night manager, was it a night manager
So
at a hotel, right?
Yeah, I was working at the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills,
Good spot.
and I was the overnight front desk agent, which was it was rough.
So you're like, what is that? 10 to 6? What does that look
I
like?
believe it was 11 till 7. So it's
shift.
awful because you have to pay your dues. It's like low man on the totem pole seniority. So yeah, it's like when you go to sleep at 8 in the morning. You wake up at like 3 in the afternoon. People are just finishing their days. You're just starting it. Yeah, it was.
How long did you do that for?
Did that for like 2.5 years. And then
I bet you saw some shit around 3 or 4 a.m.
Beverly Hills. You had to see some
man.
people stumbling in it. Hello there, Mr.
I always thought about like somebody rolling into LAX, maybe their flight got delayed and they don't get to the Four Seasons until like 2 a.m. to check into their room, and you've got Robbie Berger, like the most up guy you could ever run into, and you're like, dude, can you just stop talking? Like, I just want to get my key and go to my room, and this guy is giving me one-liners and like. That's what I picture. Is you just be like, welcome to the Four Seasons.
Day shit. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, they look like Colt coming out to the Grove. Yeah, they're just rolling in.
Hello there, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning.
And that was the one thing. I mean, academically, I was a disaster. But the one thing that I could do is I like to talk to people and the different people that came in. So I did enjoy it. But yeah, then I was doing all this content on the side, and then it started really. The Bubba Watson video is really kind of what sparked it from a golf standpoint. And then that's what kind of I was like, holy shit, I might be able to do this full time. Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports reached out to me, and I was like, all right, like, I think I could do it full time.
But you didn't take that job, right?
I didn't. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty bold play.
Yeah.
I mean, Barstool's incredible. I mean, I like to hate on Riggs a lot,
which we will. We will definitely do more of that later in the pod. Stay tuned for that.
That's always fun. But I mean, that had to be a tough decision to turn that job down.
Yeah, it was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made because I idolized Barstool Sports, and to get that message from Portnoy, I always said I'm going to work at Barstool Sports. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I had another company that reached out at the time, and Portnoy wanted me to go back to New York. I just moved out to L.A., so I just got situated there. He wanted me to go back to New York, and I just wasn't ready to do it, and I felt like I could do it on my own. But with that being said, saying no to him, it was a tough thing to do.
Did he say you're an idiot and you're now dead to me?
That's correct.
Yeah, now you're on the grudge list.
Yeah, pretty close.
He's got a bottle of champagne back there.
Yeah, I know. I never want to be on one of those bottles. I always worry. But yeah, no, I mean, it was really hard to do, and I always loved the Barstool.
Take me back to being the night manager, because like knowing you now, we've got to know each other, all right? And you're just a funny dude. Like your default is be funny, right? Yeah. I have a really hard time seeing you as like a guy that's like, yeah, we need some more towels in 308. And you're like, could be the difference. Could be the difference, Mr. Jones. Why not you, huh? Why not you? I have a really hard time seeing you as a serious, like, absolutely, sir. Is there anything else I can help you with? How were you in like a real job where your whole job is to take care of people?
They promoted me to be the guest services manager, so I had about 50 people under me, and I had a really good relationship with the person that promoted me. With that being said, though, a lot of other management thought that, with the Four Seasons, they want you to be, in a way, kind of robotic, like you're saying certain things, and you got to hit different checklists. So they did have a little bit of an issue to where, like, with the employees, I was slapping fives and hugging them, and it was just like, with the guests, I was saying things.
Ass tapping on the way by. Hey, go get him at the gym, Mr. Smith. Today's your day, bud.
Yeah, exactly. It was just very. It wasn't what they were used to. Some of them loved it, and then some of them wanted to be more, to the point and a little more robotic. So it was different, I think.
I would kill to go back in time and just check into that hotel and have you check and be
it's like
hello there, Mr. Sleeves. Can I tell you about
Mr. Sleeves?
Our continental? That's the way I like to be. That's the way I check in. Can I tell you about our continental breakfast? I just like, shut up.
I know. And I didn't shut up. I just kept going.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's why you're great. That's why you're great.
Well, the show's killing it. Obviously, you got the Max episode coming out soon. Got anything else planned? Any other tour players committed to coming on the show?
Been trying to get something going with Damon. We just haven't worked out.
Timing's not good.
He's a tough nut to crack, that Joel.
Big
bully.
He seems like he would be up our alley, though. He seems like a ball buster.
We have a story for off air. We'll tell you about what happened at the President's Cup.
He and Max are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Same come up. Like Joel, like he wasn't the world beater in college like Max was and all that, but like he's come up, hustled, stud now, as good as and doesn't forget it either. Awesome,
dude. He's at the U.S. Open sectionals trying to qualify. I'm flying home with his wife on the same plane. We're checking to see how he's doing. He makes a triple in the first round. Maybe he shoots 1 or 2 under something. Calls into the radio show in between.
We're
rounds.
on, and he just knows the number because he calls in
And he calls in, does an interview while he's going to get ready for his next one. Goes out, qualifies for the U.S. Open, and finishes top 10.
Yeah.
You guys will love him. He calls in. He's like, "Well, dude, just shot 1 under. Gonna need to shoot 65 or better." It's like, just had a couple beers. Like, probably not gonna happen. Just want to see what you guys were doing. And you know, next thing, then he was like leading the, you know, whatever.
He was.
Like
He had a hell of a run, man.
He had a
Like,
funny
out there.
line too. I think when he was up, he said something like, "I just want to stay top 5." It's something where he said like, "I just kind of want to hang in there" or something.
He's very
Yeah,
self-deprecating. It's great.
Yeah.
he's not gonna pump his own tires. Like
love it.
he hits shanks on the range on purpose, just for fun, just to like throw people off. He's done it like his whole. He did it from the Jicky Jacks to Corn Ferry to the PGA Tour. He'll come out and he'll like hear people whispering, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm supposed to shank more." They think, you know, they just to think something's fucked up with him, but it's not.
He seems right up our alley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
he's a
hearing
10
that.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Who are
he
some
would
other
be
guys
awesome.
you'd like to get on?
We had Bo Hostler on, which
Yeah.
was awesome because we've known him for some time. So he was the same thing. He was busting balls with us and whatnot.
And Keegan's a no-brainer. We have a pretty good
Keegan's
relationship
y'all's
with
guy,
him.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Sleaze's dog ate Bo Hostler's underwear.
Yeah, so Bo's a boy of mine, and Big Wave. Big Wave's a G.
Love Big
also.
Wave.
Big Wave's a G.
Shout out Big Wave.
What
out Big
what a
Wave.
name for a caddy,
Yeah, he's
too.
the best,
Big
It's
Wave
awesome,
Dave.
isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, Bo stays with me for the Phoenix Open, and my dog last time he was here, I just had he was a puppy at the time. Shout out to Grizz, my boy.
Shout out Grizz.
And Bo left his door open big
Huge
mistake,
mistake.
bud.
Yep.
And Grizz came in, grabbed his drawers, unbeknownst to me, goes outside, and they're like back in. He tried to dig a hole and bury it. That's how sneaky Bo's. I was like, dog, you gotta have some serious
things
If
for later,
Grizz
man.
wants to bury it and not eat it, then your shit stinks.
You know what, Tim?
So good.
He's a cat guy, too.
Which is weird.
He
by the
does
way.
that
like-
bothers me.
That's
I mean,
a
come
red
on,
flag.
man. We're trying to win.
Yeah.
It's not good, man.
The cat
red
thing.
flag.
Yeah,
I feel like
he'll
he's
throw it
gonna
on the
win.
IG, too.
I think he's gonna win and get some sort of like
He's gonna
trophy
win.
with the cup, and he's gonna put the cat in it. You know what I picture? That
Yeah.
picture where the cat's like formed into the top of a cup. It's just like, oh, Bo.
He's
come
always
on,
sending me pictures of his cat too, just like a random, whatever. Like in the middle of the day, it's like his cat like on his arm. I'm like,
We're going to get so many haters now for us hating on
Yeah.
cats. People are gonna
Cat
so-
people are strange. Bo might be the one exception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're
Ricky
not a dog
Fowler's
guy,
a big
then-
cat guy.
Is he a
Is he?
cat guy?
Ricky Fowler's at his
Oh,
house
dude, yeah, he
has
has, like-
a massive wine cellar that's probably the size of this room, and it's not a wine cellar, it's the cat room.
Come on.
Yeah.
Fowler?
Yeah, they
Cat
got him
guy.
crawling around everywhere.
Can't
Like,
do it.
There's multiple.
Just
with you.
can't do it, man.
You sit on the couch and then all of a sudden it just like it's like you turn
have-
because they're so sneaky.
They're killers. You
Yeah.
have little killers in your house. It's like a snake. It's like the snake loves me. It's like, no, it's not. It's sizing you up, dude. It wants to eat you, man.
Yeah,
like
they're-
that cat, it was just like, cat's just sitting there like, if I was a little bigger, man, I'd fuck you up.
That's good.
They're little conniving
They
creatures.
are,
They're always
man.
up to some shit. Dogs just come up and they love you and they just
Yeah.
want to lay on you. Cats like, I'm gonna wait till you ain't suspecting the
Yeah,
bitch.
This dumbass is
guys-
feeding me.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Kevin Hostler.
I dare you to go to sleep. I'm gonna rip that whole
I'm gonna
pantry up.
mess you up, man.
Hostler can take it too. I mean, you could fire stuff his way. That's what we love about him.
Yeah.
If you
He's
could
awesome,
bust his
dude.
balls, he'll come right back at you.
Oh, he was
He's our-
sneaky fun. Like he doesn't get enough respect. People know Joe's funny, Mac's funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough credit for being funny, dude.
Andy was our best dressed guest.
Oh, he came in.
He
dude.
came in
like
some-
he was like
Oh,
nominated
Really?
for a
Suede
Grammy.
canvas on
Did
him.
he?
It was,
Did he really?
Yeah.
Damn.
He said he got a lot of shit about that afterwards.
It was terrible.
I was like, sweet Jesus, have you seen the show, dude? We're not like
That's
fucking dressed up.
unbelievable.
You know what I mean?
I love his caddy too, Big Wave Dave.
Big
I mean,
Wave's
it's one of the all-time
best.
caddy names too.
There's
I mean,
some good. It's a good
of
one.
all time. I love that.
It's
so
a good
The
one.
yeah,
fact
they've
that
been
he
good to
that
us.
he's convinced Bo to like to get the stand bag on tour, that he's
Yeah.
not carrying around a normal staff bag.
Dude,
It's
staff
such
bags are
big
stupid.
wave, dude.
That's when
it's
you
such a
love
big
your
wave.
guy.
It is stupid. I get it, but the fact that he could actually convince
I know.
Bo, like, hey man, we don't need to do this. Come on, brother, like help me out, throw me a bone here.
Look, you can still see the logo. It's fine.
yeah, it's
That means Bo loves him.
unbelievable.
Y'all's other guy, Joey Cold Cuts.
Yes.
So I was watching some of y'all's videos today, and he had one epic just temper tantrum
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, he
where you
does.
actually had a great line where after he broke his 3-wood, you said, "You want a cocktail?" He goes, "Yeah, if it's extra stiff." You said, "That shaft wasn't extra stiff." That was good.
he's a and I mean he could tell you a lot of people at first they'll ask like is Cold Cuts really like that or does he is we'll go out with a member, we'll have us out to like Bel Air Country Club or these nice places. It doesn't stop. I mean that's how he'll throw a temper tantrum as a guest to some of these places. But at the same time, it's like what makes it's fascinating.
You need
it really
characters,
is.
and he's that.
Oh,
What's his job? Because he's like, I don't know what years it was. Like he'll show up in a suit and tie to like Riviera, and you're like,
Yep.
he's like, dude, I gotta go to work. I got responsibility. I'm like, what do you do?
So
What
he's
is it?
full time Bob to Sports now,
Okay.
but he was
Prior.
working. Yeah, so he was working at the Four Seasons with me.
Oh shit, both of y'all?
Yeah, so there was a
What are the Yelp reviews?
it was unbelievable. It was
2018 at the fucking Four
unbelievable.
Seasons.
There was my manager from the front desk had a noise. She was upset about the restaurant. The music was way too loud, and Colt Knost was the one. He was in charge of the restaurant at the Four Seasons. And in the Beverly Hills, there's like an 11:30 cutoff of all liquor beer. You're not allowed to sell liquor beer.
fun.
Yeah, and he was the only place where he would just keep it running. He would keep the place jumping. So yeah, he had the music on loud, and my manager went to complain to him. The music's way too loud. It's waking up guests. And he comes out to me, and he's like, "Do you think the music's too loud?" And I said, "I think it's great." I said, people are having a really good time.
Why not
People are
you?
having-" Yeah, and then we hit it
You asked
off.
him to turn it up. You're like, turn it up so I could hear it a
I
little
was like,
better.
"Yeah, I want to hear it." I was like, "Yeah."
Is that Billy Joel?
Yeah,
Shit.
it's my guy.
I think
Yeah.
everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, he would keep that
I
place
can't believe the
running.
two of y'all worked in the same place. That's
Same place.
if you go rewind back and check into that hotel, be like, man. If
They
I
have
could
some
tell y'all
videos.
what's gonna happen in 4 years, you ain't gonna believe it.
Crazy, man. He
That's
really
sweet.
did. He would always watch my stuff too, and he really believed like it was really going to happen. And we didn't know what capacity, where it would be, but he always believed that something was going to happen with it, and I mean, it's going to did. It's pretty cool.
You are full time now. I mean, I want to know what'd your wife say when
Yeah.
you said, "Hey,
Oh,
I'm leaving the
How
account."
does that?
There you go.
That was tough.
I'm gonna
man.
be an internet guy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, to me, when this is all happening, it was just sort of like fun to like go play golf. And like I enjoy these guys. Like it's cool. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I'm playing golf with Brilliantly Dumb and Joey Colt Knost. This is incredible. But it was like, they're nice guys. They're good people to be with. And I was, to me, it was like I'm playing a little bit more golf, maybe a little bit nicer golf than I would have. We went to Vegas one time, probably wouldn't have done that. Went to Shadow Creek and shout out Back Nine Chuck. But there's experiences I probably wouldn't have gotten. To me, that was all I was sort of after. Right? It was like I'm gonna keep doing this thing, but this is fun. And then it's sort of, the match we did with Barstool earlier this year, I guess in March, they wanted to do their 4-man scramble or whatever. And it was the two of them at the time, Bob Does Sports. And they're like, we need 4. And it's like, they called me or like, Perez, we're bringing you in. We'll find a 4th. I was like, oh, this would be cool. And even then I was like, oh, this will just be a YouTube video I can show my kids, when I'm like, look what your idiot dad did back in the day. And then after that video kind of came out, like things sort of changed for me, and it was like, all right, this might be a thing. And I kind of broached, that subject with my wife a little bit of like, this could turn into something. And she's like, you're an idiot. Like, you're a clown, and you're going to join this clown show with them. And she was like, these things have to happen, right? She's like, you have to... she knew how much money I made and all this stuff. I had a good job, and she was like, "You gotta, you can't just make what you make. It needs to be X, 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 and X. And if all of those things happen, like I'm good with it." And like, we're fortunate enough that a lot of good things have come our way, and like that threshold she set got obliterated quickly. And she was like, I was like, look, here's the situation. She's like, I messed up, man. She looked at me like, I really said, I should have asked for more. You know what I mean? It's like when you go into a job interview and they're like, how much compensation you want? You're like, here's the number. And they're like, yeah, done. And you're like, oh, fuck. I should have asked her way more money.
That was a horrible negotiation.
Go the Patrick Reed route, $750 million.
Yeah.
Just throw
Right.
something stupid out
Yeah,
there.
right?
When
Yes.
you make $15 million a year, you could be on the internet.
Yeah. So
Otherwise, fuck off. Get back to accounts
yeah.
receivable.
So she unfortunately she didn't play her hand too well.
Is
So.
she happy now?
I think so. I mean, she's it's a lot of travel very quickly for us because a lot of different things popped up that we weren't really expecting like right away. I told her, I was like, I'm obligated to meet these guys once a month for a week and film. And I was like, that'll be it. And I'll be home otherwise. And like, I'll be around the house more. I'll do things. Right. And then it was like, Bryson came up. Then the tour wanted to come to 2 playoff events. So it was like the first 6 weeks I was gone for 4. And I was like, she's like, you lied to me. Like, you're full of shit. And I was like, I swear this is all situations. Can't say no to Bryson, babe. Like, come on. Like, so she's coming around. The time away is, I can't imagine how much she misses me. It's mind blowing that an individual
The poor girl.
could feel this way about me.
I don't blame her, dude. Who could?
Yeah.
Did you
She's
show
a
her a
clown.
video of Bobby? Like, this is the guy. Look, I'm in good
Yeah,
hands.
it's like, what video
Yeah.
did you show?
Yeah, could
He
be
always
you.
chimes in when I call her in the car. She's like, hey, Cole, what's going on? He's like, he's being good. I got him. I'm watching him. Like,
Yeah.
if
Do you
he's
know
not
her?
responding, shoot me a text. Like,
Yeah, because I know it's so important. I met her and she's awesome, but like I want her to feel comfortable
Yeah,
about
that's what I'm
him.
saying. You got to
'cause-
kind of grease the skids.
Yeah, it's all so new too, but also too like when he gets hammered and like I'm waking, he's got a camera on him all the time now, and like she's seeing a lot of the shit going on the Instagram of him waking up hammered and just like all that stuff. So I want her to know that there's some normalcy to what's going on.
Not
you know?
much, but some.
Not much.
Yeah.
On
not much.
occasionally we tap in and we're coherent.
Yeah.
I try to, like, I go to bed, you know, it's time zones normally, like on the West Coast. It's like, I think we're laying low. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot. We got golf in the morning, and then it's like Instagram says a whole different story.
Yeah,
so
that's
she,
exactly what I was about to
yeah,
get
she
to.
wakes up in the morning and she's like, there's all these stories from Bob that are me just like ripping shots at the bar
Yep.
or just like shotgunning beers, and then like, you know, waking me up in the morning, and then I'll get a text from her. It's like, oh, I really took it easy last night, huh?
That's the next question I was gonna ask. Like, makes it hard, but hey, babe, we're taking it easy. We're
Yeah.
just gonna tuck
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
We're playing at 8 tomorrow. We're just gonna, and then next thing you got 17. You know, when your whole life's on Instagram,
Yeah.
it makes the shit hard to
Yeah.
get away with anything.
And when I tell her that I'm going to take it easy, I genuinely believe that that'll be the case.
You're
it's
not
just,
lying.
yeah. And at the time, I swear I'm not lying. It just takes one. It just takes like this. Like your producer brought an 18-pack out when we got here, and I'm like, well,
Grab
guess
8 or
I'm
9 of
drinking
those.
this right now. Like,
Listen,
here it goes.
I say all the time, like, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take 30 days off, no booze, and all this. Now I'm just like, you know what? This is my life. This is how I am, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna look back and be like, I wish I sent it less. No,
Oh,
dude.
man.
So you lose a couple years on the back end. Who gives a shit?
You know what bothers me is like even having this, it's like I would have loved, and there's nothing that we could have done about this. We tried so hard to make
Yeah,
it
you
happen,
know.
have you guys to watch you guys on the course together. I would love to
It's
go
really
after.
quiet.
It's special.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a special fucking. It's a really special production when we
Throw
get
him
together.
into that, and you guys would.
We're
we'll
gonna
have
do
a
that, by the
we
way.
will.
It's
It's
gonna
gotta
be
happen.
either here or LA. We're coming out.
I would
We'll
love
do
it.
that. We need to.
For
we
sure.
need to be a part. Give me to Bobby or Bobby Heckles, because that was, I think,
Sure.
maybe the first time that I saw you and I was like, this shit's funny, right? And I think it was Riviera. I can't
Yeah.
tell you what year, but at the time, it's interesting because at the time you were like, it was Finau or whoever, right? And you'd say, "Hey, look at the wearing the salmon shirt today, big dog. Why not you?" And like
Yeah.
they kind of look at you like, "What the fucking weird ass dude," right?
Yeah.
And then you fast forward like 2 years, and you're back at Riviera, and you're talking to Fina. Now he's like snaps his head around and looks at you like, "Yo, what up, Bobby?" And all the guys, when they hear you now, like know the voice and come over. How crazy is it to you to see that like transformation?
Yeah, that's surreal. Because for me, that's kind of like how it started. Because my friend took me out to Riviera, and I wasn't too into golf. I didn't know much about it. So when we went there, I didn't know what to expect, and I just loved it. So the so-and-so like heckling that I was doing, it was really positive stuff that I
Yeah,
was
it wasn't
saying.
heckling. It was
Yeah,
all
like
nice.
we always call it heckling, but like where we're really giving them like positive stuff and just throwing stuff out there, kind of like baseball chatter at them that they enjoyed. With that being said, I said to my buddy, I was like, if there was one person that I could heckle, like who would I go out with for people? Because you got to walk a fine line with it, because like especially on the golf course, you don't want to overstep any. You got to be careful with it, and you don't want to be a jackass about it. I was like, if there's one guy that you could go at, who would it be? He's like, Bubba Watson, for sure. So yeah, that's when I started doing the Not Today Bubba, and I was getting pretty sauced up, but I did like the Not Today Bubba stuff and stuff like that, and then just going. The thing about Riviera is there's so many turnarounds. It's one fairway to another because everything's so tight there. So one guy after another, and we were saying stuff to them. They were enjoying it. And then when we sobered up, we got home. I looked at my phone. I was watching the videos that I got of me like chirping the guys and whatnot, and we're like, "Holy shit! Like this is gold! Like people are gonna really love this." Yeah, man. Then we popped it out, and that was a huge, huge help. But he did say if there's one guy that you could kind of go at it a little bit, who's it be? He said Bubba Watson. For sure.
Have there been any guys like
Yeah.
DM you and be like, "Hey, dude, like back off a little bit" or anything like that?
No, because again, just about everything
saying
that I
anything
do.
mean,
Yeah, it's
Nothing
pretty,
mean ever, dude. It's like you talk about their outfits or something.
Yeah, like,
or
it's
like,
because
why
of
not
what-
you? It's like, yeah, why not me? It's good
Totally.
point.
Yeah.
Telling guys he looks good. Like, I
Yeah.
like that green cam. Like, who doesn't want to be told they look good out there? Like,
Yeah.
everyone likes to
I'd love
I'm sure he's
that.
getting DMs like, hey, like, you haven't said anything nice about my, like, catch me on 10 tomorrow. Like,
Yeah, that's
I got a good outfit.
yeah, I got something for you tomorrow.
It's like now I almost get the feeling that when we go out there, and my editor mentioned it to me too, that if they hear the voice, some of them, they kind of know, and like they want it. Some of the guys want to be in the video, so they'll give something back. So that's been surreal. And then going back to Riviera where it started, Keegan had us out. He had me and Joe out, and that's when Joe was about to go to work. So we were walking with them, and it was a Wednesday. What was it? They were just it was like a practice round that they were playing, and Joe's walking behind Keegan in the ropes. He's got a full triple-breasted suit on, walking down the fairway.
I saw that one, yeah.
And the players were even looking at him like, who the fuck is this?
Like
Did Keegan
Secret
get
Service.
Yeah, Keegan got a new agent.
Yeah, he's serious.
It was a riot. So yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Has anyone ever had, when you were being known, like now, like, you say something, Bo snaps his head around, like Bobby Fairway, like you're friends with a lot of the guys now, but before that, any bad reactions on the course? Not like where people were like, somebody said something?
No, there was one at the Northern Trust, though, where I busted out the "Not Today, Bubba," and he turned around and he definitely noticed, and he said something to his caddy, and I didn't, you don't want to get booted from one of those places, so we ended up dipping. But no, that was really the only thing. For the most part, from what I've seen, they've enjoyed it, and it's been fun. And Tony's my favorite guy to do it because he'll always give me something
Tony's
back.
great.
Yeah.
He's the man.
But I feel like the first one when you said it, like he was kind of like, what is that? That's some weird shit I haven't heard. And now he's like, oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah, he had to be thrown off because I feel like you just don't really hear that or the things that are being said. It's like very like baseball type chatter.
You know what's most cool? You know what's most impressive? I don't know what year this was. He said Patrick Reed would be the other name. I would say, like, I'm surprised you didn't get that name first for who can I go at. He got Knuckles from. It said something to Patrick, and then he walked over and I was like, dude, you might need to represent.
Yeah,
you might want to get into the lawyer game.
A guy that was always tough to crack because I think he's just so zoned in. Justin was always tough to crack. So I'd say like the funniest things that I had for him, and you wouldn't really get much. Again, he's so locked in. Last tournament, he gave something back, and it was awesome.
Yeah, he looked. Yeah, he gave a little acknowledgement at Tour Championship in Atlanta. Yeah,
He's intense.
Yeah.
He's intense out there, but he definitely hears it.
Oh,
I'm sure he does.
sure.
But like we had Travis Miller, the PGA memes guy.
Yes,
on the time, and we were talking about some guys, and like Patrick Reed's a guy, he goes out a lot with his memes and everything, and he's like, he was at the Vegas tournament at the Summit, and he's like, I was going to like introduce myself to him, and he's like, this is gonna go one or two ways. Like he's either gonna want to kill me or it's good. And Patrick was actually pretty cool about it.
Yeah, and also too, that I've realized watching more and more golf, like some of these guys are just so locked in that, like, we talked about Big Wave was saying how much of a character Schauffele is.
Oh.
And, like, if you look at Xander just from, like, on TV, he's just so locked in. He's very stoic, so where you're not going to get too much out of him. And you hear how great he is, and you got to respect it,
We did the show with him out in Charlotte at the Wells Fargo, and he's like, how's Xander going to be? Like, is it going to be fun?
I don't know.
I
I had not been around him. Or
Xander comes in, and Wyndham Clark gave Xander some little things to take shots at him, and it was just great.
It was like, hey guys, what a great show. We got Xander Schauffele. It's like, hey, why are you Wyndham's bitch or some shit? Like, I was like, what the fuck? I just met the dude 10 seconds ago. One of the few guys like I wasn't buddies with, and I was like, Jesus, bud. I thought you were Mr. fucking robot out there. And I was
but we
like,
get a lot out of his caddy.
Oh, Kaiser.
Kaiser always comes over and like chops it up with us, and Xander's just up there chipping. So like, it's practice round days, and even on practice rounds, he's not giving anything. I think you figured out that we've got to go out there on the Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Yeah,
we can't.
100%.
You're not. Some of these guys will give us a little something on like we did at the U.S. Open, just a little bit, but we didn't even film it. We were just talking, yelling at Damon and shit. And they'll give you a little something, but like once you start working, like you're out there working,
it
like
is their job.
It's their job.
Yeah.
Like it's and I can respect like the Xanders and like the Cantlays that are like zoned in. That's the way that they've decided they're gonna perform and make their best living. So it's not like, screw that guy for not giving us anything. Like I totally get it. Like do your thing, man.
Yeah, but Max had me do like a cameo with they were at a bachelor party and Kaiser was there. And I talked about how Kaiser, Homa shouldn't have to pay for the drinks. Kaiser should be the one paying for the drinks with the money that he's got rolling in now. And he's the man. We love him.
How many of those cameos do you do?
Yeah, you smash, huh?
Yeah, I do a lot of them. I do about I probably 20 to 30 a day.
A day.
Yeah, I fire them out.
20 to 30
What's
a day?
What's the rate for Bobby Fairways? All our listeners right here. This is a special. What do we got?
I do it for $95, but there's a 24-hour one to where if you respond I have to respond within 24 hours, and then it's time and a half.
The speed.
But yeah, like he'll share a hotel room with me or like be in the room next to me, and he could hear me all because I'll spend about an hour and a half a day, 2 hours just rolling them out, and so he'll hear me going, all morning. So I just fire him. Yeah.
We'll like get back from something and like we're gonna get ready to go for dinner, and it's like, hey, I just want to hop in the shower like 20 minutes. I'm good. I'm like, you good in 20 minutes? He's like, well, like, let's do an hour and 20. And I'm like, you're gonna go do a bunch of cameos, aren't you?
In the shower.
Yeah, I gotta knock out some cameos. And the funny thing with him, and I hate to like blow your spot up on this one, but this is what I find the funniest and also the most obnoxious when I'm around him when he does it is he's gotten to the point he does so many that he has the same sort of ending to every one of them, or like he says the same line every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. And it's just like I hear it over and over again. It's just like no matter what, Bobby Fairways is always in your corner, and that's never gonna change. And it's just like I hear it in my nightmares. It's just like this guy.
What
he
is
says
it for us?
every
Do the
single
closing
time.
Well,
right
I'll be
now.
like,
Shut
throughout
the fuck
every
up, Bobby.
like throughout every bogey, birdie,
birdie,
par, Bobby Fairways is always in your corner. So like, depending on what it is, I'll mix it up, but I'll throw that line in there like all the time, so he just will hear that going all. Or if I'm with my parents' house, they're in Jupiter, and at first they had no idea what I was doing. Now they get it to where like I'm firing those all morning, and they just hear me talking to people all day.
I mean, there was a point where you were like not that long ago. You were the #1 cameo person on the whole app.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And you're
I'd
going
fire
for
him.
95? That's a bargain. Everyone out there, that's
Appreciate that.
95
Tell you
for
what,
the number
man.
one guy.
Look,
That's
I
a-
agree.
That's
Guys,
a bargain
golf trips,
price. Use
birthdays.
code Subpar. He'll do it
That's
for 5. He
parties,
told us that
whatever
earlier.
you need. Fantasy football league, like when they had fantasy football leagues, those are big. And then Christmas is a zoo. Christmas
It
is.
makes sense. You're Jewish.
It's
All right, guys, your holiday's bullshit. But,
yeah, there it goes. We're gonna drop it to 75 now.
Santa's not real and this holiday's shit. But anyways, Bobby Fairway's always in your corner.
My favorite time of the year. Yeah.
Ho, 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 motherfuckers.
I don't even think we need to do the E9
Oh,
today.
fuck. Hold on. I want to go to
This whole
the...
episode's an E9.
It's so good. I got a few of them for it, but give me to the press conference. 'Cause I saw that you guys you get media passes now,
Yeah,
which is
cool.
probably mind blowing if you're like, what the fuck am I doing in media? But like, you'll get up there and like Spieth will be, and you kind of ask like a little grab ass question, which all the players at this point know the deal, They
Right.
know the shtick. But I'm not sure all the media people there know like who are these dudes? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? What's the response? I think you asked Jordan Spieth something about like a breakfast ball one time. And he got it, and he even used one of your phrases in the answer. But what do the other media people say? Or like, what are you guys doing here?
It's interesting because I wonder, like, when we walk in, because like we had beers, like he's holding 2 tall boys in his hand when we walk into like the media tent, and like
It's probably not what you're supposed to do.
yeah, we like also too I think the PGA, which is good, especially with all the live stuff now, is what's cool for us is they definitely wanted to make, you could see them wanting to make more of a push of getting into like influencers and whatnot,
Fun.
which is cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it's different for them, but I do think that they understand that that's kind of the push that they're trying to make, and that we really want to help. I mean, we really do.
But we're guessing because no one has introduced themselves to us. No one has come up to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
No one has
They
talked to
got
us.
a hate job.
We got no
the
idea.
short answer is we have no idea because no one speaks to us when we're in that.
Yeah.
Because players light up, like they see, like, oh, this will be a fun question for a change, not the same
Yeah.
bullshit, and they light up when you guys. And then some guy who's a master's from Northwestern or
Yeah.
Syracuse who's devoted his whole life to this is like these fucking guys. You know what I mean?
These dudes, one dude, I think it was Shipnick, he had like 5. He was right before us.
You're my favorite.
I swear, dude, he was 5. He was right before us, and he asked 5 questions. It was like 15 minutes of Shipnick. We knew we were next because the guy on this side had given us the mics, or was holding the mics about to give it to us, and I'm like, those are real questions. Like, this guy's got follow-ups, and he's typing right now into a computer. Like, he's building a story. And we are about to ask Jordan about whether he should get a breakfast ball on the first tee.
Well, also too, like he asked a live question, so we were trying to time when the right time to ask it was, and then he asked a live question. So then he tapped me. He's like, "All right, go. Now's the time to do it." But yeah, I mean,
I just wanted him to go off of something serious and awful that Spieth
Right.
didn't
They
really
dread
is
answering.
tired
Yeah,
of talking
they're so tired
about
of-
into like, here's a layup for you right now,
Yeah.
Jordan. Like, just here's a break. Like, I'm giving you a break
Breath of
right now.
fresh
Yeah,
air.
just take your time with this one.
Didn't he say I don't know, dude, could be the difference
did,
or something
dude.
like
That
that?
was
That's
so
that's
cool,
when
man.
that's a feather in your cap.
It
dude.
felt cool,
Oh
man.
You know?
man, we drank so much that night.
Like
it was like
Spieth just quoted my quote.
It was the
You know?
coolest thing.
It's
'Cause
like if
he's
he said
another
get
one-
amongst it or some shit, you know?
Yeah, like also too, we never knew if he. A lot of these guys, you don't know if they're following, and I'm sure a lot of them have other accounts that they use. You know what I mean? So like, we never know who sees it and whatnot. So when Spieth quote, did our slogan, that was the coolest thing of all time.
I love seeing that.
awesome.
I was like, these media guys, these hardo media guys, gotta just be like, they don't need to share air with us, you know?
I got to think that some of those guys were sitting here just like, this is what's wrong with the game.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Crusty old,
Yeah,
dude,
just some guys
get off
just
my
like,
lawn
this is
crowd is
ridiculous.
like,
Yeah.
these guys are ruining golf.
yeah.
You're right. I guess we don't know.
We have
we don't,
no idea.
Yeah,
they,
you're
won't
right.
even, they don't even look at it. Well, they have looked at us. They stare at us.
Yeah.
But they don't say anything.
What do you think about Shipnick, Cole?
Hey, go ahead, Colt.
No, just the name
I
itself,
think-
Shipnick.
Oh, the Shipnick's it's a great name.
Shipnick's a good
It
name.
is a good name.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
think I've been
name.
told to keep my opinions to myself about, on that one from now on.
Yeah, based on advice of counsel, we played the fifth.
All right, let's get to the E9.
E9. You want to fire something? You want me to fire? I'll start it off. Well, let's change this because we normally we kind of ask the same first question, but I'm going to change it for you guys back to our old one because I'm interested in the answer. If your movie's being made about you guys, who do you want to play you in the role of in the movie about your life?
Well, it's bullshit because I don't think I have a choice. I don't. The answer is not what I want it to be.
No, say who you want.
Who I want? Well, it would be Zach Galifianakis, but I don't want it to
I
be
believe
that.
that.
Yeah, well, it's not like ideal. I mean, I'd like to say something like Bradley Cooper or something like
He's
that.
a
but-
popular
yeah,
answer.
but I think it's Galifianakis. I mean, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I guess like a Ryan Reynolds would be pretty.
Oh, the little
I don't want to
modest.
get ahead of myself.
Wow,
But yeah.
don't give yourself too much
Yeah, I
credit.
know, I
dude.
know, I
know.
What
I
are
don't
you
know,
talking?
dude. Just-
I guess just Ryan Reynolds.
I don't
Just
know,
Ryan
just
Reynolds, no
some
big
sort
deal.
of
The Rock, I think.
the neighbor next door type of Ryan Reynolds.
Jason
Dwayne
Momoa?
Johnson.
No.
Yeah.
I know you got something about the battle with foreplay.
Yeah, I got it coming
So
right.
let's. I want to hear a little bit about that because you
Yeah.
got Riggs, Frankie, Trent, and
Sure.
Lurch was then, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So Lurch was still back then. Give me the weakest link on that golf team.
This leads great
Yeah,
into my next one.
well, look, we got to call a spade a spade. At the time, it was Hannah. I mean, and she was coming into a big spot, which I'll give.
Oh yeah, Hannah.
She
played.
was
Yeah,
like-
'cause we
Yeah.
didn't play against Trent.
Okay.
So we played with Hannah at the time. I mean, it was a big state for us. It was like, it was a real big deal. So yeah, at the time, I would
Yeah.
say Hannah.
And then we did the second one here at Mountain Shadows, the par
Yeah.
3.
Oh, yeah.
That was when Trent was there and Hannah wasn't. I think it's, I'd say mentally it's probably Frankie, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
easiest one. Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, it's probably Trent or Hannah. It's just pure golf, but look, someone has to be the worst guy on your squad.
Yeah,
Like, you have to
yeah,
have
I'm
the
talking
worst.
to him.
I'll tell you a funny.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny Frankie one real quick because we were at Pebble Beach the week right before y'all filmed that.
Oh,
playing with
okay.
him. And so Frankie comes up to me at breakfast before we're playing Pebble. He's like, Colt, I have played Pebble 3 times. I have never hit the green on number 7. All I want to do is hit the green on 7. And I'm in the group ahead of him. So I'm standing on 8, turn around. This fucker tops it with a sand wedge. It has 65 yards in, and he's back there just going, God damn it, freaking out. I was like, how bad are you mentally? That's your goal is you just want to hit it from 100 yards on the green.
It's hard to top a sandwich. A knife, I get top.
man,
It's
he's
so-
a
but he's like,
character.
when I chip, I loosen my jaw. He had all the. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I never
that's
even
it all.
thought about
He started
this shit
drooling.
before.
He's like, I wrote the thing is loosen my jaw. He started drooling. Like, dog, you got big fucking jaw. It's the kind of mentality of somebody that has their favorite iron in their bag. It's like, yeah, I really love my 6 iron, but I hate my 5. And like, it's the same fucking club. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Yeah.
that's not.
Once
a good
I feel
headspace.
drool on my chin, that's my trigger.
Right.
Yeah. Then I go on my chips.
Man,
He's
we
trying.
wanted to win that so bad.
And you did.
And we
You
did.
sacked up.
Yeah, I mean, we love those guys. They've been good to us, and we help cross promote each other. But both sides wanted to win that so bad, so we relied on him so much. And
I
he's-
played like dog shit.
You were
No,
sick
Honest
though.
with
You weren't.
I
you weren't
turned
at
it up
100%.
at the end. I'm sorry if I shouldn't speak like that, but I turned it on. But like, if I was playing like I'm playing now that I'm
Yeah.
playing golf all the time again, that was like a +2, +3 at my best, and now I'm back to like a +1. So like the game's coming back. I was.
It's proper. It's a proper move.
Look,
Love the action.
I can only do what I can do. I'm weak.
It's just backing through.
That's it. Yeah, just
Turn it,
look, I
turn,
don't think
loosen
about
the
anything.
jaw, don't
Yeah,
breathe.
that's my only
count to
swing
10,
thought.
and then you go.
Unhinge your jaw, and I'm good to go.
If you just feel drool, then you chip. Okay, yeah, man, fuck.
He's so even keel on the course, like a way a golfer should be, to where like doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. And me and Colt Knost are a fucking roller coaster. I mean, it's really something. But when he was so hungover and he wasn't playing good to start, so like Colt Knost is like, I gotta say something to Perez. He's like, this is ridiculous. Like he's not here. Like I gotta say something to him. So finally he said something. He's like, Perez, are you all right? Like we need you. And he just turned over and he looked at him like, are you really fucking asking me if I'm all right on the golf course? And then he just turned on the jets.
You were a little injured starting off. You had a
look,
night. We all know how it goes. It takes 6-7 holes to get going.
Yeah, but I mean that's like I have a lot of experience in that that headspace. So you know, it's almost like I play better golf when I'm like kind of a weak tiger, as opposed to like getting a good night's sleep. I always find that like I'm like, this is a big round. I'm playing a state tournament or something. Like I'm gonna get some sleep, get my 8 hours. I'm not gonna, drink or anything. And I like don't play well. Like I play better when I've got like 5 hours of sleep, maybe had 6 beers, and it's like I'm done with the prep shit. I'm not doing it anymore.
No,
I'm just doing my thing, and like it's another round.
Routine. It's about routine.
Yeah, look,
you got to
figure
it out. All right, we'll stay on this topic. By the way, shout out to you guys for winning that thing. Also, Barstool, they take too much shit on that.
Oh, they've been so good to us, man.
Yeah,
they're
we
awesome.
love doing stuff with them.
That
Can't
being
wait
said,
to do it again.
let's get to Riggs because he's going to be on PGA 2K. Okay?
I saw
and you've
that.
seen his game, so I need the Madden ratings. Let's rank it like Madden, okay? Let's go with driver, iron play, short game putting. I need the Madden ratings for Riggs.
You would be all over that.
This is so bad.
Driver, where do we stand?
And we're going to hear from him after you say you got to be blunt.
I can help you with this.
He will hear this.
because I played with him a lot.
He'll hear this 100%. I was talking to him about his Madden ratings like today or yesterday, by the way, so he's aware this is coming.
I'll let you let that
I already
rip.
know what he said is about his putting, probably a 90.
That's not true.
Yeah. Well, we played the other day and he made fucking everything.
Yeah.
Did he?
With that gross stroke.
He had a couple putts that killed us in that match.
It's funny because I played with him. I went down to his house in Pinehurst with some buddies of his, and he played number 4, and he was 3 under on the front 9 on number 4, and I was like, there it is. Like there's the Riggs that is supposed to be coming out in a lot of these places, but. I'm gonna try to think about that 9 when I give him this score and not some of the other stuff.
Okay.
It's I don't know, like 65 on the
That's
driver.
a solid D.
Under.
Solid D.
Yeah, he
Under.
wasn't.
Yeah,
terrible
I'm
driver
trying to
of
be
the golf
nice.
ball.
That's a
Yeah,
D.
I'm trying to be nice.
Okay,
The
65 driver.
2 irons like a 30 because it shouldn't be in the bag.
Oh, thank you.
Well said.
First of all, at Pebble Beach, he's like, I got 2 iron. I go, why do you have a
There's
2
no
iron?
chance.
You are not good.
Yeah, Tiger had one. So.
Yeah,
Tiger
Tiger.
had one.
Irons are probably, I hate doing this to him.
No, you got to be honest. This show's about
He's
honesty.
playing P770s and he should be paying P790s. If we're being honest, he's probably. I'm going to give him the 65 again on the irons.
Okay, he's a D
He's
student.
a decent iron player, I would say. The turf helps that club face not get too crazy. His wedge game is it's so bad. It's so bad. He's the only guy.
I love it.
I feel so bad doing this. He's the only guy, and I ask myself this every single time I watch him do those daily 9s when he's chipping and stuff. How is he's chipping with a closed stance, like he's hitting little pitches with closed stance, and I'm like, someone's got to say something. Like someone has to tell this guy that he's coming in. Like I'm just like, dog, you got to open
Can't
it.
wait. I wish
Go
I could
outside
see
in.
him
It's
We're
like,
gonna
watching
package
it's the
this
wrong.
up and
It's
get
chicken winged. He finishes chicken wing when he's trying to
like
loft
Steve,
it.
dude. He's
Oh.
like
He spins the shit out of it.
He
I got to
does.
give him credit.
Yeah.
When we played the other day, him and Max played, myself and Joe Griner, Max's caddy.
Yeah, love it.
And this guy got it up and down from everywhere the first 9 holes. Like desert, wherever it was, didn't matter. Chipped it close, made a bunch of 12-footers. Like it was sickening.
Everyone's got a little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of sticks that he's playing with too. That's not an easy thing to
The
come
The
into.
driver was the weak link.
He's
I
a
think.
65 driver. He's
Yeah.
a 65 iron. What's the wedges? It's low. You said
Well, I
it's trash.
think like the technique is not what you would ever teach, but what you're saying is like he makes it happen.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, he
I
should
mean,
be.
it's an 80, I guess. Like
He's got
it's-
moxie. He
does.
kinda just makes it work.
He's a grinder.
He's a ball
you know?
player.
Yeah, the
You know?
putting stroke is really bad.
All right, he's like a 1.5 on a 4.0 scale student, basically.
Yeah.
But
But
I'll say this.
he's on a video game.
Yeah, but I'll pass him. I'll pass him because he's a nice guy.
But yeah, but
right?
you
And he
gets
shouldn't
it
be
done.
held back.
He gets it
You
done.
gotta pass him.
He gets it done.
He's
does.
good
He
too,
gets
though,
it done.
because he's
He's-
another guy. You could bust his balls. I mean, you probably
Yeah.
tee off on him. He could take it. He'll
Yeah, he
fire
could take
back at you.
That's why I know I could be honest. Because
Well, no,
he would sit here and
first
be
off,
honest
He
about
could
my
take it.
game.
He
Riggs-
could give it back.
Yeah.
Riggs is the guy that is practicing.
Oh, he's standing up right
he's
now.
practicing
Lift the
because
mic.
I can see him on the putting green at Greyhawk practicing like how he picks the ball up out of the hole. He taps the divot down when he chips, like all tour like. It's unbelievable.
Hey guys, just nine putts here.
I can see him. I can see him on the
watch me
practice
make
ground
two of
Peter
them.
Millar.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Peter
two of
Millar.
them real quick.
Peter Millar got the
God.
quarter
Feel
zip.
good.
You know, whatever. It's a little brisk out here. Great Scottsdale evening.
He used that putting mirror for a little bit, and he filmed it, and it was like he
And the club
still,
disappeared.
He still managed to like get off of it. Like he went like outside of it, and then like looped it in. You could like hear him hit it, and like, oh no, Rick.
This is no longer the Daily Nine. It's the shit on
That's
Riggs
what
segment.
Pels.
I know that if he was sitting here, he would be honest about my game.
He'd laugh
That's why-
about
yeah,
it. He's
exactly.
a good dude. We
I
love. By the way,
Riggs.
he's on
I love
PGA
Riggs.
2K. So
Yeah,
and
joke's
we're not.
on me.
So who's
Fuck him. Joke's
who's
on me.
fucking
Fuck
laughing?
him,
He
yeah.
is all the way to the
Let's do a
bank.
video game.
Yeah.
Like, what am I to say? I might get on like WGT.com, right?
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Who's laughing, dude? He's on. We're talking about him on a video game. We ain't on any video games. But if you do have a Pels mirror and your club disappears during portion of the strike, yeah, maybe a little straighter back.
It's funny because we get along so well with them. Frankie's helped me out through my career, my journey. Frankie has been so good to me. I know they take a lot of shit like on Instagram. People
Yeah,
give
which
them a
is-
lot of shit and whatnot,
whatever.
but like I really, really do like him. And Riggs, I mean, you could tee off on Riggs. He'll come back at you. He likes to talk shit. They're a fun crew, man.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like they don't pretend to be like we know everything about golf like some people do. They just
Yeah.
want to have a good time.
They're
Like, what's the
exactly
big
how they
deal?
are,
Take
too.
It is
Yeah.
what it is, and they're on a fucking video game. So, props to them.
Yeah.
Well, what a way to end the show.
Hold on, I got a few more here.
Oh, go,
I got
shit.
a
Let's
couple
do it.
that I need to know for sure. Are your Euro step is sick.
I
The
appreciate
celebration. I saw it for the first time. I was like, how the fuck did I not think of that? But give me, now that you guys have a relationship with a bunch of tour players, give me the one guy you think you can get to do that on tour first.
That's a great cue.
Yeah.
Because you can get somebody.
Yeah.
It's so
I feel
good.
like Thigala.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
So
I feel
Hith
like
would do
yeah,
it.
I feel like he
Yeah.
would. I
And
feel
it'd be
like he
cool
would.
if he did it.
It would.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that, and he makes a ton of birdies. So
Yeah,
I'd
you
love
got to
to
put
see
He
that.
plays every week.
he does.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a
He
good
sure
chance.
does.
And he
yeah.
plays good.
He
and
does.
he gets on TV.
He
Yeah.
does.
Somebody will do that for you, and that might be the right guy.
I'd love to see it. That would make my day, man. It's funny. It's like every time, like anytime any football player does it, or a baseball player does it, or anyone in the world of sports does it, my Twitter goes nuts of people just tagging me like that's Perez's move, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, that's Manu Ginobili's move. Like that ain't my fucking move. Like I'm just an idiot that did it on the golf course, and
Yes.
every superintendent's just like, screw that guy.
There's a mark over here,
Yeah,
a mark over
exactly.
here, and then one more right
Yeah,
there.
you got a big dude just boom, boom, and up. Like
It's
oh,
so
man.
good though. Like when you do it with the trash, I love.
Yeah,
that
I love. I mean, look, it's you got to let that stuff out. I wouldn't obviously would never do that in like a state event or anything. That would be
No, it's for-
horrendous.
it's
but
for the
like,
show.
it's for the show for sure. And I'm a pretty, like you said, even keel guy, so I got to like let that out and then like get back down again.
He's got the merch slinging
It's-
too of
oh,
like guys
dude,
doing
I
the
need
Euro
some of
step on
that
the
send you
FT,
hat.
some
dog.
merch.
I
Yeah,
need some
yeah.
FT. Super medium.
Yeah,
You know what I
there
mean?
you
For
go.
the kid, if you sell it in that.
We got
size.
plenty of those. The 3X
Yeah.
is running a little low, but
I got one more last one for you guys since you're both big food. Like your food is a big feature on y'all's show, right? All right, so you're both on death row. You're about to meet your maker for some heinous crime. Your last meal. What do we got?
you first.
I mean, this is gonna sound a little ridiculous for the last meal. Chicken Caesar wrap. I love
a
it.
wrap guy.
Yeah, chicken Caesar wrap and fries, and for me on the golf course too. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite, especially to golf course wise. I think it's one of the best things to take on the turn. I'm a huge Caesar guy. Chicken Caesar wrap.
Chicken Caesar
Yeah.
wrap before you take the needle.
Yeah.
That'll get you right.
Yeah, probably a little unpopular too. Not a lot of people that would do a
That'd be
chicken
the first
Caesar
request
wrap
of that.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. It'd be a healthy guy. You're still health conscious going,
Yeah.
going to your death.
They'd be scrambling.
They'll
They wouldn't
respect
expect
But
that.
I
Look
like
good at
this.
those
Let's give him
pearly
another
gates.
chance.
Yeah.
Let's put him back in. Let's put him back into the population. See how he does. He's reformed.
What are you going with?
Yes. Talk to me.
I don't. I'm not going to do another wrap.
Yeah.
It's probably just a cheese pizza.
Just
Just
straight
a
up.
good cheese, like the
Fair.
biggest one that they can make me, just to like to draw the
They'll
whole
get it
thing
for
out.
you.
Yeah, one as big as this table. and I'll just work my way through it. And like with crushed red pepper, that's it. That's all I need.
Just straight. You're a
Just
cheese
some
guy,
straight
huh?
cheese
Simple
pizza.
No jazz.
Nah,
no
crushed
nothing.
red pepper and on the cheese. That's perfect.
Then you can go happy.
Then I can go happy.
Fuck, well, we're going to go happy from this podcast. You guys are
was
awesome,
awesome,
dude.
man.
I really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
y'all making it happen.
Thank
We'll
you.
do this
Yeah,
Bob
sure.
Does Sports
Yeah.
soon, bro.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Keep
Enjoy
doing
it,
what
boys.
y'all are doing because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Appreciate it.
man.
Having a
Thank
good
you,
time.
boys.
You got it.
Appreciate
You
it.
got it. Appreciate y'all.
Well, goddamn, Sleaze. That was an hour of fun. I was coming from Grove 23 and was absolutely exhausted. But when those two guys sat down and brought their energy, I perked up. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. I love those two guys.
Dude, I've been talking to Bob for a while about making this happen. Like, hey, got to get you on the pod. We were supposed to do Bob Does Sports with them while they're out there. Overseed kind of messed everything up. But while they're in town, it's like, we got to wait for these dudes to be in studio. Different vibe than doing it on Zoom or anything like that. They're just, I love what Bobby's been able to accomplish and having Fat Perez, add to all that. They're just dudes that love golf, like have a good time. I think they're just like what the modern day golf guys like. Like, yeah, we love golf. We might not be the world's greatest players, might not take it super seriously. That's what they do. And the heckling thing, he calls it Bobby Heckles, even though he's not really heckling. I remember the first one he ever launched to those, players were looking at him like, who the hell is this guy? What is he saying? Blowing him off. Now they hear his voice comes out with one of these weird sayings, one of the things that he's got, and their head like snaps around and they smile. They're like, Bobby, what up, baby? Like it's grown into that big of a thing. Those dudes do an awesome job. Love them.
Yeah, really had a lot of fun. And by the way, it was a lot of fun also to dove a little bit into the cats. We don't really understand. We're not cat guys. And obviously Fat Perez agrees with that. Damn jungle cats out there. Sorry about that, Bo Hostler, that we're not on your side with that. But man, that was fun. I can't wait to play golf with those boys.
We love Bo, but the cat thing is weird. And like I said, it'll just be a random like Saturday evening, and it's just a picture of his cat like laying on the couch. And I'm like, what is this? Why are you sitting with this weird ass creature? They're just slithery little beasts. Can't get on board with them, Bo. Sorry, dog.
I agree. Well, we're going to make some football picks and some golf picks, but since we had to film this a little earlier with me going to Thailand, we're going to get them out later in the week.
Quick picks, even though it's Butterfield. There's still some dudes battling down there in the islands. It's island season right now. I'll go ahead and fire mine off here quickly for you, Colt. I'm going with my favorite. We don't know the odds yet, but I'm taking Seamus Power as my favorite. I believe he's the only player ranked in the top 50 in the World Golf Rankings in the field. But he's got one win. I think it was Barbasol a couple of years back. I could see him getting it done again this week. And my long shot, the man that was made famous in Phoenix last year. Give me Sam Ryder going down there. Florida kid, plays and practices down in the wind in the Bermuda. He'll be comfortable in that environment.
All right, I like it. I'm going to go with a guy who is going to win at some point on the PGA Tour because he just putts too damn good. And this golf course down in Bermuda is only 6,800 yards. So I don't think length is that big of a deal. We saw Brian Gay win here. I'm going Denny McCarthy. And then following up with another guy who was a superstar coming out of college. I'm going Doug Gim down in Bermuda.
Dougie Gim, the Texas Longhorn. One of many from that team playing on the PGA Tour.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. We'll talk to you on next week's Golf Subpar.